Alright, YouTube, what's up? I know it's been a minute, about 2 months, but I think it's about time to hop back into the old content creation grind. So, been a little busy the past 2 months. Was writing a little bit for mtgoracle.com. Didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. I took a step away from Magic with all the COVID thing because I really enjoyed paper Magic, but I've had the itch to create content again. So that's why we're back. So you can expect some more videos to pop up. I'm going to try to post at least 2 or 3 times a week. Don't hold me to that. I'm going to try to stay consistent as possible, but working full time and other responsibilities might take me away from that. So we're here. We're going to hop into some Historic. It's one of my new favorite formats. And we're going to try to play one of my favorite decks in Historic, as bad as the mana may be. And you know what that means. It's time for everybody's favorite 5-color dragon. So, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for clicking. Let's hop right in and let's get into it, alright? Alright, so we're here. We're going to start fire up some Historic here in a minute. Let's show off the deck that we're playing. Yeah, I know. I'm not cool. I don't name all my decks. Alright, so let's get it in the pretty view. Where is... How do you get it to the... Is this the only view for it now? Well, regardless, we'll show off the deck this way. So, we're playing 5-color Niv in Historic, because why wouldn't we, you know? I always got to do my thing. So, essentially, in Modern and Pioneer, 5-color Niv is very much a control deck that rides Niv as a value engine to generate card advantage, to be able to deal with your opponent's threats. You survive till you find Niv. Once you play Niv, you kind of just take over the game from there. Historic, it's pretty similar, except we don't have the premium removal spells that the other formats have. So this build of the deck specifically is a little bit more creature centric, and we're going to get into that in a minute. So of course we're a Yorion deck, because I'd say behind Niv-Mizzet himself, Yorion's probably my second favorite card, and I like playing multicolored cards, so we're trying to fit them all on the list. I know that's not the specific answer, that's not the scientific answer, but that's what we're doing, okay? So starting off with a bunch of 2-mana removal, and Kroxa, of course, but Tyrant Scorn, it's really good in aggressive matchups. Also has some application in the matchups where it's not very good. When you know, your opponent's ramping out into big creatures, you can bounce their stuff if you need to buy you some time. Could be a combat trick, you can save your own Niv-Mizzet. So it's got its applications in almost every matchup. Kroxa, if we get it going late game, is an absolute powerhouse. We also play it because it's kind of a trick with our Mana Dork in the deck, which is kind of cool. Assassin's Trophy, just premium removal. To be fair, this is after the Field of the Dead, Field of the Dead ban. I was playing 4 full copies of this when Field of the Dead was around. It's 3, it might go down to 2, it might switch with some other numbers. So we're gonna figure it out. Justice Strike, super sweet. It deals with a lot of creatures in the format. It's a little awkward against the black aggressive creatures like Knight of the Even Legion and stuff like that. If they give it Death Touch, sure, it kills itself, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't line up very well against all aggro decks, but it's a good enough answer. And getting the Phyrexian Obliterator, just sweet value, sweet value. 4 Growth Spiral, because card's broke. 2 Othakaias, something good to flicker with Yorion and stuff that gains its life and keeps us alive. Klothys, eat away at the graveyards, the graveyard decks. 4 copies of Clarion. So, with us being a smaller... with us not relying as heavily on spells and more on creatures, I don't really want to sit here and tailor my deck to play like Time Wipe or Wrath of God or other effects like that. We want our creatures to be able to survive. We want to be able to get in there with combat damage. We are a mid-range deck that, you know, values our creatures pretty well. So Deafening Clarion has some applications through that. It doesn't kill our Niv, it doesn't kill our Euro, it doesn't kill Kroxa. It kills some of the other creatures in our deck, but it's a good enough thing to keep us alive in the long run that we don't mind it. A lot of the threats are either mid-rangey enough where our removal spells come in, or very aggressive where Deafening Clarion comes in. This number could change. I'm not entirely sure that it will, but 4 has felt really good for me so far. And now, so Fabro Elder, okay? Whenever this card first got previewed, everybody was like, oh, Jared, 5-color Niv, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, okay, card looks sweet. It's a commander card, though, right? In this deck, we are trying to get from 3 to 5 pretty easily. And Fabro Elder lets us do that. We can go Fabro Elder on 3, play our 4th color, and then tap out to play our Niv-Mizzet, which is going to be super sweet. Or another thing that we can do is with Fabro Elder, have it in the battlefield. We play one of our Titans in either Kroxa or Uro, and with that trigger on the stack, float the mana, so it even accelerates our ramp a little bit more. Does some cool things there, but it's been a super solid for us so far. You know, having Vigilance, it can attack in those mid-range matchups. It gets fairly big fairly quickly. Like, if you have, like, Fabro Elder and Klothys in play, it's just a 3-mana 4/4 with Vigilance. It's just good. So we're testing it out, trying it. I've been pretty impressed with it so far. It's done what I've wanted it to do. We're also playing 2 copies of Knight of Autumn. You know, we got to be able to blow up. The main reason it's here is for the artifacts and enchantments. Gaining 4 life against like the mono red matches or the aggressive matchups. Not bad. Uro because Uro. Atris, it's a good silver bullet. It can pressure planeswalkers when we get in those grindy matchups, and it also generates a little bit of card advantage. Another sweet thing to flicker with Yorion. Hostage Taker can be removal spell on a stick. Flicker with Yorion can also be good sometimes too. Vraska, this card impresses me every time I play it. You know, coming down, blowing up whatever they're playing, or just generating U value in the long run. And it plays well with another synergy that we have in our deck later on, and I'll show that off. We're playing 2 copies of Captain Sisse. Now, if you've noticed, we play a lot of legendary things in our deck. I mean, we've got Othakayas, we've got Klothys, we've got Uro, Atris, Vraska, Tameo, Teferi, Ashiok, Scarabrow, Tulsamir. It even finds us our other Niv-Mizzets. So, if it sticks, it's great. It usually eats a removal spell, which we're okay with. But it generates a lot of stuff. There was at one point in the rough drafts of this deck that I was playing a couple of Urza's Arunas Blast, and it just didn't do enough. Captain Sisse didn't survive long enough for me to be able to use it to actually tutor it when I needed it. So, it is what it is. It's a 4-mana 2/2. So, Tameo, it's good against the, Sultai piles that play Thoughtseize, Thought Erasure, all that stuff. And also against the, Rakdos Sacrifice decks, the Priest of the Forgotten Gods, we really don't have to worry about it. Card solid. It fuels our graveyard for Uro, fuels it for Kroxa. Good card all around. We're playing 1 copy of Teferi. A lot of people tried to jam Teferi in their early builds of 5-color Niv, and you got to realize that the decks that Teferi is really good in are the decks where it's super interactive. And I tried to put a premium on our 2-mana interaction, that way that we can take as much advantage as the +1 as possible. But in this deck, a lot of the times that we're tapping out to cast our threats, so we don't really generate the same value that the control decks generate when they play Teferi. So it's just a one-of. It's a good thing. There's been a couple sweet things where I've -8'd and then played Hydroid Krasis, drew 4 cards, exiled your things. Me sitting here and saying the ultimate on a Planeswalker is good, I understand how that sounds, but it does sweet things from time to time. We can usually protect it pretty well. Ashiok, card's great. Card's really good. It didn't get enough love when it came out in Theros Beyond Death, but generating 2/3 bodies to be able to attack and block with, and the -3 is not necessarily removal, but it can be a good thing in a format where graveyards are important, kind of like Historic. Scarab God. This was the first mythic I've ever pulled out of a pack, and I've always loved this card ever since, and it slots right in. If we're fueling our own graveyard with our Tameos, or killing our opponent's stuff and reanimating it back, it just does a really good job for what the deck's trying to do. And then rounding out our curve, we have Tulsamir. Really good flicker value with Yorion, and it also combos with Garrett Cursed Huntsman. If we can get these 2 on the battlefield together in a creature matchup, it's very hard to lose. 3 copies of Niv-Mizzet, and then 1 copy of Hydroid Krasis. So the deck's super sweet when it comes to the cards that we're playing. Now, big question a lot of people have is the mana base has to be terrible, right? We rely very heavily on our Triomes and our buddy lands, because those two together make it actually a pretty good thing. And I'd say probably around 85% of the time I can cast Niv-Mizzet on 5 if I have it in the hand with the 5 lands that I have in play. Can't really ask for much better than that, especially in a format with very limited fixing, but it gets the job done. So we're playing 2 Temur Triomes, 2 Sultai Triomes, a Jeskai, an Abzan, and a Mardu. It turns on all of our buddy lands pretty well. And then, of course, assortment of shock lands. You know, we're very... in the early game, we're very, like, almost Jund plus blue focused. And then we don't get to white until later on. So that's kind of how I wanted to tailor the mana base. And then when we go to the sideboard, got 3 Mystical Disputes. Card's great. 2 Deputy Attentions. Granted, this was still... Deputy Attention was still here for Field of the Dead. So this could be another slot later on. I just haven't decided what it is. 3 Ashiok Dream Renders. Feels our graveyard or can get rid of our opponent's graveyard. It's pretty good. 2 Knight of Autumns, and then 4 Shifting Ceratops. We actually struggle with blue-white control a little bit more than we do in Pioneer and Modern, simply for the fact that, you know, we're a lot more creature-centric and relied to the board state a lot more than we do in this format. So Shifting Ceratops is a great spell that can come down, be hasty, protect itself, and do what it's got to do and get in there for some beats. All right, so we're gonna we'll probably play about 5 games here. 5 matches, best of 3, and see how it goes. So, thanks, guys. Alright, we are loading up here in game number 1 with 5 Color Niv-Mizzet in Historic. Let's see how this goes. Usually I wish my opponent good luck, but I can't pronounce that. But good luck anyways. So our opponent won the die roll, which is unfortunate. Okay, our mana's pretty bad here. We don't have any form of... good acceleration or removal to keep us alive in aggro matchups, and I mean if we stumble, the game's pretty much just going to be over. So we're gonna go ahead and mulligan this hand away. We're on the draw, so it's fine. Is this not? I really don't want to go to 5. We're gonna go to 5. All right. Well, starting off super strong. I guess we're going to do it like this. This way we at least have an avenue to Niv-Mizzet. This one might be a rough one, boys and girls. Did I say might be a rough one? Ooh. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We like to see that. Our opponent's probably going to think we're going to be like Jeskai Control, just based off of our lands. Opponent gets in for 1. Sure. Light up the stage, maybe? Yep. Let me, how do I hide this? Give me 1 second. There we go. Alright. Pass the end step. My turn. So they reveal Chain Whirler and Pyromancer. That's fine. We might take our beats for a little bit until they play would have to go land Chain Whirler. So we're probably going to go ahead and Clarion next turn. If we can hit a green source with this Uro, that'd be great. It gets in for 1. Wasn't necessarily what we wanted, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. I'm going to go ahead and play this out. And then next turn, if we don't spike a green source, we're probably just going to play Watery Grave tapped and add Yorion. Which doesn't seem terrible. Try to get some of their board presence out of the way. Ramunap Ruins. That card was banned in Standard. Lava Runner shit. You got the shock to give it haste. Second main, okay. Yeah, not having green mana is really hurting us here. We're going to go ahead and add this Yorion on the hand and say go. Now if we draw a land, we can play Yorion, which is a fantastic blocker for us. Knight of Bottom's going to be good to gain us some life back. Why didn't they shock to give it haste last turn? Okay, more power to you. Soul Scar Man, sure. Get him for 2. Yep. Ooh, love to see it. So, alright, what's our best bet here? We can shock this in, play Knight of Autumn, effectively gain 2 life. We can play Fey Burrow Elder, which blocks the Soul Scar Mage. If we play Fey Burrow Elder, block the Soul Scar Mage, and it survives, the next turn we'll be able to Uro and Knight of Autumn. I think we're just going to run out the Knight of Autumn here. It's going to be able to trade with one of their creatures if they don't have the shock in hand. Alright, so they did not have the removal spell in the instep, which was pretty sweet. Earth Shaker Kimera. I forgot about that card. Opponent's going to get in for 5? Sure. So this is probably just going to be a Yorion turn here. Oh, well. Let's get in for 2. Now, is it better to play Yorion now? Yeah, I think we're going to play Yorion now. Blink this. Gain 4 more life. And then we're going to Deafening Clarion next turn so we can get both modes. Wizard's Lightning. That didn't feel good. We're still staying alive here. Our Deafening Clarion's still going to be good, so I'm not very worried about it. Chain Whirler's pretty good here. We'll go ahead and block here. We're going to take 3 down to 10. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of their board. And we still have Assassin's Trophy up. We're getting close to being able to cast Uro and have Uro turned on already. Once we get to that point of the game, I'd say it's pretty much over. Main phase, sack the rain. Sure. That's a pretty good draw. So we can play Fabro, Elder, and Uro this turn. There's Kroxa. Say go. Right at the stage, love to see it. 2 lands, love to see it. Oh yeah, we're just going off now. Okay. Let's go ahead and get in there for 2. We're gonna cast green, white. red, whatever. This still lets us hold up Assassin's Trophy. That doesn't do what I wanted to do. We're gonna go ahead and just do this. 1, 2, 3. They're gonna be able to eternalize this Earthshaker Kinra, but we just essentially negated that with the Knight of Autumn. Pyromancer, sure. So if we play this Kroxa, we can bring back this. We can bring back this Uro. Green, green, blue, blue. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, we could also just search for Niv. Let's just go ahead and do that. Niv's probably our best bet here. Othakaya is not bad. Tolsimir wouldn't be bad. If we have 2 activations, we could go Tolsimir into Garrick. I actually kind of like that. Tolsimir into Garrick. We would have to dodge a removal spell, but that's fine. This is just still good now. Nice Selesnya deck, am I right? Go ahead and play this tapped and say go. Sure, we have the Assassin's Trophy for this. Sure. Pass to attackers. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. That was enough. So, for molding to 5, that was pretty good. I think the only thing we want here is the 2 Knight of Autumns to gain some life back. And then we can cut the Teferi. And we can probably cut a Hostage Taker. We didn't see any 3-point burn spells. We're just going to go ahead and cut the Taker. Taker's usually bad against these aggressive red matchups. So, pretty impressive game 1 here, especially against some mono red. I mean, we mulled to 5 and was able to still survive, so that's pretty sweet. So, our opponent's going to be on the play again. Oh my gosh, we were 5 and on the draw. These cards are so good, but this is so bad. Alright, Morgan. I mean, yeah, I feel like we have to keep this. We're just going to bottom the second copy of Sisei. Soulscar Mage. So we're just going to put this tapped and say go. Our mana is going to be real awkward here. Hopefully our opponent just isn't like on a Steamkin insane value. Second main phase light up. Yep. Bone Crusher, Wizard's Lightning. Sure. That's pretty awkward. Hopefully we spike a lane on this next draw step. It's probably going to be pretty bad for us. So, we're just going to hard cast the Bone Crusher here, maybe? Oh, I guess you don't have to, technically. Yeah. That's a lot of damage. Oh. So we're going to pass the turn here and see what they do. We have the option to either Trophy or Growth Spiral. Bone Crusher Giant. I believe that's fine with us. Pass to attackers. We'll go ahead and take this one. I think we're just going to growth spiral here. We're just going to try to develop our lands. That was pretty good. It turns on our Othakaya, which does not trigger the Bone Crusher Giant. Gets us back up to 13. White, black, red. Yeah, so we're just a red mana away from having all 5 colors. Wish I could finish it. Croaks is a little awkward. I almost feel like we might Atris here. Let's Atris. Hopefully they give us a land. I usually always just take the pile with 2 here. But if there's a red land on the pile on 1, I might just want to guarantee that. And this is going to be able to block. We might have the shock for it, but that's whatever. There's not much we can do in that situation. Ooh, must be some juicy ones. He might try to debate me with like a Faber. We're going to just pile 2. No red land. That's awkward. We'll go ahead and play the Triumph. So go. That's pretty good for our opponent. Oh, power less than. Sure, we'll block. There's red mana. So we can double Assassin's Trophy, which is going to be pretty good. This is going to enter tapped. At some point, I would like to be able to find... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and add this, and then we still have both of these up. Our opponent's hand must be very awkward. They haven't spewed out anything. Bone Crusher Giant. Sure. Go ahead and trophy here. So we're gonna go down to 4, which is pretty scary. I don't love our position. I mean, that's a decent draw. I feel like we're pretty locked into just Yorion Flicker. So I can play this, Flicker the Othakaya. If I shock this in, I'm going to go to 5. I think we're into it. We're going to end the turn. This is going to come back. We'll Helix that. And end the turn. And now we have the removal spell for the Kinra. We can block, and then if they have anything crazy or a follow-up creature. Main phase, light up the stage. Frenzy land. Okay. We gotta be careful about dying to Raminap Ruins now. We actually might Assassin's Trophy or Ruins. So many hasty creatures. So our opponent just says go. A deafening Clarion would be a huge... Ooh, Scarab God's pretty good too. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. What do they have in their graveyard? Earthshaker. Ooh. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and pass. We're gonna keep up this growth spiral. Players can't gain life whenever another creature enters the battlefield to deals 1. It's slightly annoying. Nice sequencing. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Ooh. So we can do this and Coif this. But that puts us to 4. And then we're probably just dead. If we do 4, 5, 6, 7, or no, it's not 7. Are we just dead? If I do this...
Come, create beautiful night.
I can bounce the Ferocidon.
Your heroics are but a dream to me.
Wait, did they pitch the Ferocidon? Hazard. What happened to the Ferocidon? Oh, it exiled. Duh. Okay. Oh, this one's close. One Clarion would open this wide up. Oh, are we dead? 2, 4, 5. Yeah, we're just dead. Yep. That's alright. Well, now we're on the play for game number 3, which is going to be pretty good for us. Do we want anything else here? Like, there's consideration for bringing in the Ceratops just to have a 4-mana blocker. Like, is that better than Sisay? Probably. I don't know. Let's do it for science. Yeah, if we would have hit one Clarion there, the game would have been absolutely over. One Clarion and that game would have been Chef's kiss. This hand's great. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Scar Mage. Oh, even better. Do we? I don't think we shock here. God, that noise is disgusting. Arena. There's the Parhelion. Graph Digger's Cage. Sure. So that turns off our Uros and our Croxos. I don't really think that's an axis that Red wants to fight this matchup on. Oh, did I just mess up? This isn't going to come in play untapped. I probably sequenced my lands very poorly there. That's fine. Now we have access to a ton of life gain. Pyromancer, sure. Resolves. Gross. If we draw a land and can cast this Garrick next turn, things get pretty good for us. It's a lot of damage. No, I hit the wrong mode. Oh, that was so bad for me. And now I'm just dead to Stomp or Shock. I mean, we're just dead. That sucks. We should be at 6 right now. Yeah, there's the ruins. Real? Oh, we're still just dead. They could have just popped the ruins there. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. I punted that one away pretty badly. Misclick. I don't know that we would have been able to stabilize. I mean, they still had a lot going on. The Experimental Frenzy is a crazy Magic the Gathering card. So, there's no telling what would have happened. Let's go ahead and load up into game number 2 here. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. Noob tendencies. Good luck, buddy. We'll play first. Oh, yeah, there we go. See, this is what we wanted. We can go Kroxa into Fabro Elder. We actually might just hold on to the Kroxa, because then Fabro Elder can add 4 mana the turn that Kroxa comes down. Oh, is our opponent playing Treasure Hunt? Ooh, this is probably cocoa fish. If that's the case, I want to go ahead and Croaks it in. I'm trying to get them off as many threats as possible. This card's a land, eh? Mistbinder. Is that the name of the Lord? I think that's the name of the Lord. Silvergill Edit shows a narrow regery. Sure. We're gonna go ahead and play this. No blocks. I think we're interested in gaining 4 life here. That's pretty good. I didn't realize that it did all that. Let's go ahead and kill this. More Clarion would be dope. Bros. We'll take the trade. That's a good draw. A cute little puppy dog sniffling over here. Okay, so it's either Garrick. Let's take these. Ooh, we could have had the combo. Ooh. It would be... If we shock this in, we can play Tulsimir? That was really good for us. Do we have double black? We do not. Oh, I guess we do have double black. So we're close to turning on Croxa. That's a good card too. So we can actually add Yorion to hand. Cast Yorion. Flicker, flicker. They probably have a Coco. I probably should have held on to this Justice Strike. We're going to go ahead and attack here, because we're going to lose a Voja token anyway. We'll keep the one that can block. And now our Kroxa will be turned on next turn. Ooh, Scarab God, or we'll choose here. 2 copies of Niv-Mizzet, that's fine. Yeah, Coco, sure. Can we Scarab God and Niv-Mizzet next turn? Like Scarab God reanimate the Niv-Mizzet? Sure. Coco on top is pretty good for our opponent. Yep. Also pretty good for our opponent. I mean, I think we're cool with taking this 3. Oh yeah, we definitely can now. So we're gonna play Scarab God. Activate Scarab God. Reanimate a Niv-Mizzet. We'll take both of those. We can pretty safely get in the air. This Clarion's going to be pretty good. What do they have in their graveyard? Do they have anything that I would consider reanimating? Not really. Mirror Reacher is really good. Take 6. We'll bottom that. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think our opponent's coming back from that one. Alright, so our opponent's playing Coco Folk, Deputy at Attention, Shifting Ceratops. I don't think the disputes are worth it, honestly. I don't even know that the Deputy's worth it. So what's bad in this matchup? Tamio's pretty bad. Teferi's not the greatest. Probably could have Sisay. Justice Strike pretty much killed all of their creatures, didn't it? They can't block a Hydra Crisis. We'll cut a Kroxa. And we'll try it like this. So we're up 1-0 against Fish. I feel like if our sideboard was a little better built, we'd be doing a little bit better. I feel like that might be part of the reason that we lost against Mono Red. Other than the misclick. I just, Deputy Attention's not very actively good in the meta now. I'm trying to think, you know. I could see cause for Kaya Urzov Usurper in our sideboard, maybe. It exiles a lot of the aggressive creatures and also hits out graveyards pretty well. So, if we hit white mana, this hand's pretty decent. We'll try this. Misfloat Herald. That was a pretty good draw for us. 2-mana follow-up is Silver Gillidup through Antenna Speaker. I'm gonna pass the turn. Shirt. What's this gonna go on? Probably the Mistcloaked Herald. Get that out. There's the Ceratops. There's red mana. So now if we get a white pip, we're good. And the shifting Ceratops is going to be able to lock down the board pretty easily. Or maybe not if this keeps growing stuff. Island in hand. So we can try to spike. Hostage Taker blocks their board pretty well, too. So I think we're going to Hostage Taker take the Silvergill Adept. We might be able to respond with the Trickster with the ETB trigger on this deck. I guess not. Oh, yeah. Oh, and they have lethal in play. Yep. So opponent's deck did some pretty cool things there. Do we want anything else? I don't think that we actively want the deputies. I just burnt my chair. Hey, Cardnox Games, if you're looking to sponsor a content creator, hit up your boy. So this is Abzan plus blue, which is perfect for our hand. We'll keep it. Not having our ramp until 3 kind of bites. Ooh, that was almost bad. Alright. Hopefully our opponent just doesn't absolutely curve us. Ooh, Othakai is pretty good here. And we drew our red source. Things are looking pretty good. Maybe these should just be Paradise Druids. I don't know. They do impressive stuff. Oh, there's a Ceratops. This is going to be a 3-3. So I think we're going to go ahead and play this out. And the next turn we might get to Tulsamere. Yeah, we'll definitely get to Tulsamere. Yeah. Goodness gracious. That's pretty good for us too. So our opponent has Coco. I think we're just going to go ahead and pass here. Sure. We have a Scarab God activation at the ready. Kapala. And Mistbinder. Sure. Gets in for 2, sure. Sure. We're gonna bottom that. Ooh. That's real good. That was real good. And we still have a Scarab God activation. GG's. That was pretty good. Alright. Coin price. Correct. Rolling into game number 3 here. Or match number 3. I apologize. Hand don't do nothing. We'll keep this one. And we will... Red, white. We'll ship the Ketria Triumph. Elena or else. So we'll probably shock in the Growth Spiral next turn. Our opponent's playing the Citadel deck. A timely Deafening Clarion would be dope. Ooh. Are we just straight Jund Sacrifice? That's a turn 3 Citadel. Yeah. No. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Well, we're about to die. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so Knight of Bottoms. That's pretty. So this is the matchup we need to shore up. Teferi seems useless in this matchup. We'll just do it like that. That was pretty crazy, actually. That was really absurd. Alright, we'll be on the play. This is what we wanted to see. And do we have the supporting mana to cast it? We do. Yeah, it seems good to me. So we're gonna go Triome into Crag into Clifftop Retreat. We're gonna try to keep their mana dorks at bay. Thoughtseize, that hurts. Interesting. Resolve. I think we're just gonna go ahead and add this to hand. Midnight Reaper. Well, I still do not have blue mana. We're gonna go ahead and do this now. We don't want to necessarily ramp them. This is more or less for the Citadel itself. Yep. Priest, sure. This feels bad if they have two creatures to play. We're just kind of living off our top deck here, which feels bad. Maybe there's argument the deputies in our sideboard should be an Unmoored Ego. Bum 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 bum. Judith. So they can activate this at instant speed. So can I? Please don't activate. Okay, we got him anyways. Resolve all. It's actually pretty decent for us.
I leave dead bodies wherever I go. Ready sacrifices.
We're not gonna sack anything this turn. We have a redraw with this Triome in the Nebraska next turn. Alrighty. Ration Bomb.
Sacrifices must be made from time to time.
Every story is an opportunity for new data.
Something from our graveyard. We could. The Clarion doesn't quite do it. Clarion is pretty good though.
The past is never forgotten.
That was a pretty decent turn for us. We get to kill our Tamio here, but that's fine.
I have become too involved with my work.
Oh, sure. So we're gonna play the Trio. We'll uptick our Vraska, sacrifice the Trio.
Being ruthless has rewards.
Osakaya is decent. Coco in response. Sure. That's pretty good. Oh my god. So I believe they're thinking about if they want to sack this food or not. Yeah. Does that mean they have Citadel in hand? Gross. I don't know what they do here. Like, this Vraska alt, like, yeah, it's decent, but I'm never gonna hit them. Another Clarion off the top would be pretty sweet. We've had to ask for that card a ton tonight. So, obviously, I mean, it's pretty good, right?
You'll pay for that.
This deck's sweet. It just goes off. Fabro Elder.
Sacrifices must be made.
Oh, buddy. Also get to play the Fabro Elder.
That stings.
Man, the discrepancy between with how game 1 and game 2 went is absolutely absurd. One top. That's probably the Citadel. And I'm exactly at 10. No blocks? I don't know what this means. This deck doesn't like play Command the Dreadhorde, does it? Like I don't know what this means. Ooh, that's pretty good. Coco and response. Sure.
It's not often I'm outmaneuvered.
Get in there for 4. Cast their Mayhem Devil. So there you go. Now we get to start throwing around Mayhem Devil triggers. Who's the sacrifice deck now?
Being ruthless has its limits.
Oh, that feels bad. I didn't realize I used my only blue mana. You got it, dude.
Pain is weakness, leaving the body.
A second 5/5. I don't even know that we attack. If we attack, they just chump. Chump and sack to scry. We could also trade. I mean, we're fine with that. Yeah. That was a grindy one. Jeez. I think we like where we're at. Being on the draw is going to be a little bit more difficult here. could be a little more difficult. Alright, let's see. Hopefully they don't turn 3 us again. That was gross. No, their deck's sweet. I mean, this card's really important. Yeah, it's almost there. I mean, it's close. What's that do? I think we play this first now. Oh no, that was... Hopefully they just spew out their hand. Yep. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Say go. Next turn we get to play Atris, and then we get to play Niv-Mizzet, and life's great. Ba-da-da-da. Well, maybe not. I don't know what they take here. I'd say it's probably one of these two. Bum, bum, bum. They take the Niv. Do not blame them, do not blame them. Paradise Turn, sure. Well, we're just gonna go ahead and... Atris? I do think I want some Unmoored Egos on my sideboard. What do we want here? We're gonna take this one. Tron! Am I doing it yet, Ma? Actually getting over 20 isn't a bad game. It's kind of annoying. Two black and second beast. Sure. That's a good card. I like that card. That card says Reanimated Niv-Mizzet Reborn. Is this Double Mayhem Devil? Sure. That's pretty good sequencing on our opponent's part. That's good too. I mean, they just play second creature. Let's go Spiral first. Cool. I think we just want to get rid of this, and the next turn we can either commit to the Scarab God. Our Knight of Bottoms are going to start to be able to gaining life. Opponent's at 6. We're at 8. Gotta be careful. Because they have an active removal spell on a stick if they can just keep playing a second creature. A second white source off the top would be dope, because then we could double up on our Knight of Autumns. So that puts us to 5, and then up to 13. This is going to be a close one. Because if they keep sacrificing stuff, they're going to end up hurting themselves with this Midnight Reaper. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good at all. Am I dead? 6... 7, 8, 9, 10? No. Clarion! Give me a deafening Clarion. Maybe we want time wipes on the board too. What do they have? Oh no, I'm just dead. Oh, yeah. That's the thing about decks like this, is I always miss lethal. Nope, we're dead. Alright, we're about going on an hour and 30 minutes. So, I think we're going to go ahead and call that a wrap there. We went 1 and 2 with the deck. The deck feels powerful. I feel like a lot of that was due to the sideboard being built not properly, I guess is the best way to put it. So we could actually sure that up real quick. So let's go to our deck. Let's go to our sideboard. We did not play a single blue deck tonight. I think we're just gonna... I definitely want these Ashioks, and I definitely want these Shifting Ceratops. I think we might want another board wipe, and I think time wipe might be our answer. I think we want Unmoored Ego. And then, let's be honest, this is what I usually do whenever, whenever I'm building 5-color Niv decks. I rare, mythic rare, legal and historic standard, multicolored cards. And then get down here to see things that could possibly be good for us. So obviously we're looking for things to help mitigate the aggro decks and be able to handle when board states go super wide against us. We had talked about Kaya. Kaya seems alright. We'll throw a one of Kaya in there for now. I don't think we want any of these. You don't want Thief of Sanity. I've played Thief of Sanity before. Enter the God Eternals isn't a bad Magic card. We're going to put those there for now, but we're going to keep looking. Nothing there, nothing there. My man Mord plays copies of Expansion Explosion on the board, which is usually pretty cool. But that's for Modern. I don't think we want anything here. Don't want anything here. Ooh, Cut Through Ribbons is actually pretty good. You know what? I'm actually gonna cut these Croxas and put these Cut Through Ribbons in our main deck. Maelstrom Pulse, maybe? Instead of Enter the God Eternals? Maybe. That's why this deck's just hard to play sometimes. Like, there's so many different good things that you could play, and coming on a concise list is very difficult sometimes. Aw, my baby. You could play Solar Blaze instead of Time Wipe. I don't know that that's the best for us. We could put... I kind of like 2 more copies of Krasis on the board, actually. I wish we had Bring the Light. Bring the Light would make this a lot easier. So I think we're going to try it like this the next time we play this. And see how that feels. Yeah, but I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. Hanging out. And I'll see y'all next time, alright? Take it easy.